Hi, team. I am Fitz Kohler, your very noisy race announcer for the Donna National Marathon to Finish Breast Cancer and the Black Knight Donna 5K. And we are super excited to chat with you tonight. We're going to talk about preparing for the Donna, the big distance races that we are going to host in February 24 in Jacksonville Beach. And we're also going to talk about our Black Knight Donna 5K taking place on May 13th. So I'm excited to get the show on the road. I've got two special guests, and I know you're going to love them. So first up, our race director, Amanda Napolitano. Hello, beautiful.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Fitz.
Hello. I'm so accustomed to seeing each other in sporty stuff, and you look super glam tonight.
Oh, thank you. I had a Northeast Florida Cancer Collaborative meeting this morning. So we get all of these leaders together about once a quarter to talk about, how we kick some cancer ass in Northeast Florida. And we had that collaborative this morning. So I suited up. So I'm more of my business spice and not my sporty spice tonight.
Business spice. Well, I like it very much. You look beautiful, and I'm gonna try to keep up with you next time. Don't now. Are we setting the bar? Are we going to elevate our appearance for the next show, or are we still kind of flexible?
I don't know. I sort of love the sporty spice when we're together, Fitz. And, when we come together, I always get excited because I know we have an event coming up where we get to play together a little bit. So, yeah.
Okay. I'll stick to
sporty spice is good. I promise next time I'll tone it down.
Okay.
Not have all the glam.
All right. And our next guest, which you have brought to the table, who's spectacular. It's Chris Wiggs. No, you're Chris Wiggs. Sorry, Chris. Chris Twiggs, who is the National Training Director for the Jeff Galloway program. Here he comes without a wig, Mr. Chris. Hi, Chris.
I'm used to it. I'm so used to it. I don't know why my name is hard to say. It never seemed to be when I was growing up. But somehow in my adult life, people have failed to say my name properly for the last 50 years.
Well, I got to tell you, people add an R to my name. It's Fitz. It's F-I-T-Z. There's not an R in there, but everyone's like Fritz. And then on my behalf, I flew all day yesterday, and my 12:30 p.m. or my 12:30 a.m. flight out of Atlanta was canceled last night. So I'm a little drunk on jet lag right now. So I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. We're not here to talk about me anyway.
Well, we're here to talk about the stuff that's in your big, beautiful brain. So real quick, viewers, we are going to talk about the Black Knight Donna 5K in depth after this very intelligent man leaves the show. He's got a very short time with us, and we're going to kick things off by talking about training for the National Marathon to Finish Breast Cancer, half marathon. Do we have a relay, Amanda? Again.
So in our history, we definitely have had a relay, and we are studying our course to see when and how we will bring that back.
Okay.
But for sure, in 2024, we will have the marathon and the half marathon and the 5K and all of the challenges.
And the 110 miler.
The 110.
Yes, the 110. I mean, if you're going to train for that, you need to start today for sure.
Today. So, Chris, you work with Jeff Galloway, who is an icon in our industry, and he's done a spectacular job giving people permission to walk. We have all these people out there who say, well, I can't run, so I can't participate. And I think, well, who cares if you can run? Just show up and do whatever you can. But you're the big pro on doing that. So what can people do or start doing now, or when should they start training to prepare for February's races?
Well, I think for one thing, if you're not running at all, it's okay. There's plenty of time to get you started from not running to finishing even the marathon in February. There's plenty of time to make that happen. Don't be intimidated by this concept of having to run 26.2 miles or having to run 13.1 miles or whatever it is. Even having to run 3.1 miles can be really intimidating. And it certainly was for me when I started. So I don't want anybody to get anxious or worried about having to run those distances, because what Jeff Galloway has taught us is that we can accomplish those great things by running for 15 seconds. Just run for 15 seconds and then walk for 30 seconds and then run another 15 seconds and walk for 30 seconds. Or maybe if the 15 seconds doesn't feel challenging enough, run for 30 seconds and then walk for 30 seconds. This run walk method has been used by a million people by now. You use it, Amanda uses it, I use it, and it's been used all over the world to accomplish amazing things, from finishing someone's first mile run to finishing a 5K, to we have people that have won ultra marathons using this method. And so we're really excited that Jeff Galloway has been part from the ground floor of the Donna, getting the races going and helping people train and accomplish those amazing goals for all of the years we've been doing this.
Yeah, he sure has. So viewers, use your comment section right now to let us know which Donna races you have run, which ones you're planning on running, and whether you Galloway or not. And okay, so we call it Galloway, but now we're all talking about Jeffy. So tell us a little about
Jeffing. Yeah, Jeffing. It's isn't it amazing? Can you imagine reaching a level of fame that your name has become a verb?
So great.
In a good way, thankfully, in a good way, right? I know that if my name ever becomes a verb, it's going to be because of some silly thing that I do that I become internet famous for. But Jeff Galloway, his first name, Jeffing, is a thing that they do all over the world. I was just in London where I ran the London Marathon as a pacer. It was an honor to be invited to go and do that. And some of our Galloway pacers went there because the run walk method is really, really popular over there. And yeah, they call it Jeffing there. And they were so excited to have pace group leaders who were using that method and helping people accomplish the goal of finishing that marathon.
So great.
See, now Donna was first. I'm gonna claim that we were the first marathon to offer official Galloway pacers back in the day, and so now all of the majors are following suit. That's
yeah.
my
I'll admit the
it.
Marine Corps Marathon was actually the first place that I ran as a Galloway pacer. But we were the first marathon that was offering run walk pacers from the beginning, from the ground up. We have always offered run walk pacers, and it's been amazingly well accepted. We're really honored to be a part of that and excited, and really because the Donna Marathon grew out of our local Galloway program in Jacksonville, Florida.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got Andrea. She's doing the booby trap and the 5K this month. Booby trap is a combination. It's our February challenge, and she Galloways, which we like, or she Jeffs. That would be hard to change now, to go from Galloway to Jeff, but I'm willing.
It would be. Who can understand the Brits sometimes?
That's right. Such a challenge. Okay, so someone's brand new. They've never done this before, and what are their goals if they're going to do the half or full marathon in February?
What are their goals, or what are their?
How do they broach training, Chris?
Yeah, sure. So if you're not running at all, the first thing that I would suggest is to use just run from one mailbox to the next, and your goal is to go around the block. Just start with that. Just see how it feels to jog from one mailbox to the next, and then walk to the next one, and then jog to another one, and get around the block. See how that feels. When you get to the point that you can do that two or three times around the block, you've probably gone about a mile or so. That's when it would be time for you to start setting some goals as far as what your pace should be, as far as what your run walk ratio should be. And Jeff Galloway actually has a tool that we use called the Magic Mile. And when you run the Magic Mile, you take that time for your mile, you plug it into our Magic Mile calculator, which you can find at jeffgalloway.com. And that will tell you, here's the pace that you should aim for a 5K. Here's the pace you should aim for a half marathon or for a marathon or whatever you're training for. And then based on that pace, there's a recommended run walk ratio that Jeff has come up with. And that's a ratio that he's developed based on starting with his own observations and then using the feedback from 500,000 runners that have replied to him and let him know what works for them. And we fine-tuned that. And now we know, based on the pace you're running, what ratio is likely to be best for you. So start with that. Just run from one mailbox to the next. And then when you feel like you've gone a mile after a couple of weeks or whatever it's taken, then you can time yourself for a mile, still doing the walk breaks and just pushing a little bit faster than you've been going. And that will be the start of your journey toward the marathon or the half marathon. And we've got schedules that we put out for people that they should follow. The Donna has been amazing about putting out really achievable schedules for beginners and for people that want to have a time goal and try to run fast.
Yeah. And so with the ratio, like Chris mentioned, is that it could be a 15-second run and a 30-second walk. For some people, it might be 2 minutes of running and 1 minute of walking. So it really varies depending on you. The moral of the story is you get up and get moving and you feel no pressure to do what anyone else is doing. You just do what you feel comfortable doing. And then with the goals of challenging yourself. And it's okay to get uncomfortable exercising. In fact, that lack of comfort means you're making progress, whether it's strength training or flexibility. You know, the second you're stretching and you wince, that's uncomfortable. The cardiovascular exercise will yield the same amount of discomfort, but the benefit, the long-term benefits are extraordinary, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And you never have to feel like you have to outgrow the walk breaks. You never have to feel like you need to graduate from those. You can always use those. As you said, the ratio might change as you get fitter, but you don't have to grow out of those things. But it is good at some point to push yourself to that level of sustainable discomfort. Where it's not quite comfortable. You're pushing yourself, but you know you can keep going a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer, and then you cross that finish line. And everything feels better when you cross the finish line.
Oh, so much better, so much better. And you have some tools, apps, and watches. You want to tell them about those tools?
Well, the Jeff Galloway app, we're really proud of that and really excited about the app that we've developed. And it has that Magic Mile calculator that I talked about built into it. It also has the various run walk ratios that people can use. So that's a fantastic tool. If people are not fond of using their smartphones for those things, there is a Galloway timer that you can use, that you can program in how much running and how much walking. It's super easy. It's about the size of a pager. If anybody is watching that is old enough to remember what pagers are. But it's super easy to program and use. And then the other great thing is when you get to the race, you don't even have to worry about those things because we have Galloway pacers that are there. You can just follow, and you run when they run, and you walk when they walk, and you finish when they finish, and you get that time you're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. And folks, I hate to say everybody does this because it's certainly not everybody, but I've been in races, particularly Disney races, where everybody's doing the Galloway and the beeping is incessant. It's just running from everyone's beep, beep, the walk breaks, walk, run. So there are some on vibration, which I highly recommend. But yeah, don't feel like this is a weird way to do this. In fact, this is the norm. And I ran Boston Marathon, walk, run, and it was it worked for me. If I would have tried to run the entire way, I would have eventually been forced to just stop. It just wouldn't have worked that way. So
I'll tell you what, last week, or a little over almost 2 weeks ago now, or 2 weeks ago now, my wife, my son, and I all three ran the Boston Marathon. We all three qualified using the run walk method, including my son, who had to qualify running a sub 3 hour time. And we qualified using the method. We used it there in Boston. So it's definitely something that will work on every level. You don't have to be a fast runner to use this. You don't have to be a slow runner to use this. You just have to be a runner that doesn't like hitting the wall. That's the main thing.
yeah. Yeah. So this guy right here, Dan Wagner, he's my Elvis. He is Elvis from Fargo. And good to hear from you, Dan. I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks in Fargo. It's nice he joins in. Now he's working out because we're yammering on. So that's that's a big win. So when should people start training for the Donna Full Marathon, Chris?
So if you are going to follow the official schedule, you could start training for the full marathon in June or July.
Okay.
It really depends on where you are in your overall fitness. If you're an absolute beginner, I would start now. Like if you can hear me and you know that you haven't been running and you really would like to do that marathon, then as soon as you're done watching this, go out for that first run around the block that we were talking about. It's never too early to start training. But if you have been running some, you do a 5K now and then, maybe you're doing the Black Knight Donna 5K coming up, then right after that, you could start increasing your distance by going from that 3.1 miles. Maybe the next weekend you do 4 miles. The next weekend you do 4.5 or 5 miles, and you can start creeping up for the marathon. For the half marathon, we usually start training for that around September or October. And there's plenty of time waiting until then, because obviously the half marathon is half the distance of the marathon. So it's okay to wait a little while. But again, if you're motivated, if you're excited, if this is something you want to do, get fit now. Don't wait for it. Start training now. Start those short runs now. Put in some 5Ks just to test yourself and have some fun between now and when the official training starts.
Yeah, and it's interesting. For some people, they hear the word marathon and they think outlandish. I can never do such a thing. Oh my gosh. But every single, or almost every weekend of the year, I am manning the start and finish line of a marathon. And I meet oodles and oodles of people who have never done any sort of race before. The very first race is a marathon. And there's some rhyme and reason. There's a method to the madness if you want to do it. Unless there's something specifically wrong with your body, you should be able to just follow the plan and get there. Maybe you'll win, maybe not. I mean, if it's me, I'm definitely not going to win anything other than some enjoyment and some health and some camaraderie. But yeah, if you're considering doing it, ask someone else to join you. And the best part about the Donna Foundation is the cause is so powerful, and our athletes show up in tremendous force to support the cause, to support people they love. And then our streets are filled with hundreds of men and women who have dealt with breast cancer personally. And it's just a real inspiration. So even if you think, oh, my friend wouldn't run, maybe they love someone or lost someone so much that had breast cancer that they'd be willing to give it a go and go the distance in their honor, or raise some funds to support some other people going through it. What do you think about that, Amanda?
Well, you know me. I think that our events, they're just such a celebration of life and survivorship. And when you combine that with the achievement of finishing your first or best marathon, there's just nothing quite like it. You get doped up on joy and you have to come back again and again and again.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I just look at these people and I think, what brought you here? I just did announce Big Sur this weekend, and that obviously that course is a beast. Some people are doing their very first marathon at Big Sur, and I just think, what brought you here? But at the Donna, I know what's bringing people here, right? You look at all these different body types. It's all socioeconomic type of groups and all races and religions and all of this and that. And everyone's got one, really defined cause. It's really special.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, it does bring people that would never have considered doing anything like that. When I started running marathons, my father thought I was not only thought I was crazy, but thought I was going to hurt myself. He thought I was going to mess my knees up and all that sort of thing. And then my dad did a marathon at the Donna. He wanted to do that because he is a doctor. And he'd seen a lot of patients go through breast cancer, and his mother had breast cancer. And that cause got him out of his comfort zone to do a marathon. And he has done either the marathon or the half marathon every year since he started. In fact, I think he did the half marathon the very first year of the race. So I think he's a streaker there.
He is a streaker.
Yeah,
the whole Twix clan, many of you.
We've been pretty involved. And the other thing I want to point out is our half marathon is the most walker friendly half marathon you are going to find, because the nature of our course, the half marathon is open for the same amount of time that the marathon is. So you could finish the half marathon in 7 hours if you wanted to. If you were really, really motivated, you could crawl the half marathon and still finish. You have to be really motivated to do that. And I'm not really recommending it, but walking, you don't even have to be a fast walker
Yeah.
to finish it. And so we really love to see people do that and go that distance. And we have pacers all the way back into the walking range for the half marathoners as well.
Yeah. And it's, I think it's important to double down on the fact that our athletes, which they all are athletes, not all of them look like whatever you'd think a runner looks like. We have runners that are morbidly obese. We have runners that are in their 80s and 90s. I've had plenty of athletes with no legs, 0 legs, yet there they are doing marathons and half marathons. So whoever you are, if you can put one foot in front of the other, you can go. And we even have an opportunity for push rim athletes. Correct, Amanda?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if the legs aren't working so great, we can get you in a racing chair, get you on the course. There's no excuse.
Yep, we love our adaptive athletes. They are so much fun to work with. And this is a really fun story. We have an athlete that is a streaker of the race, had done the marathon every year from its inception. And she had a pretty tragic accident when she was hiking and had to have some significant surgery on her ankle. And she wasn't going to be back to any kind of health to even try to walk the 5K. I mean, and she was going to lose her streak because of this surgery. And so I had this idea, why not connect her to our adaptive team and see if they could train her how to use the chair and still be out there on that day. And sure enough, she did. She trained with the adaptive team, showed up on Donna Marathon Sunday, finished the marathon, kept her streak, and just had the coolest experience, working out and training with those athletes.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, even sometimes the chairs are temporary. You don't have to have a permanent loss of ability to be able to get in a chair and use it for whatever race you wanted to conquer. Now, so Chris, we've got our training programs available on our website. It's what's the website?
It would be breastcancermarathon.com/training. So as soon as we have, for those of you that are in the Jacksonville area, as soon as we have our kickoff dates for July for the marathon and October for the half, we'll have those dates and times and locations for the first in-person training runs. That's where they will be, breastcancermarathon.com/training. But already there now is how to get a hold of Chris. He is an amazing e-coach, does a great job working with his clients to get you to your best or first marathon. He is the person that got me across my first marathon. He is the reason I'm sitting in this chair. He's the reason that my whole life changed. So thank you, Chris. Appreciate you. Always give you the creds for all of that. But yes, all of that information is there.
And is there any fee to use the training program?
Depends on the program, but Chris, if you'll.
Yeah, I mean, you can follow the schedule. You can follow the schedule for free. There's no fee at all to do that. If you want to be a part of the local Galloway program, then yes, there is a fee for that, and that's to help compensate the people that are putting out the water every week and that are making sure that the route is safe and all that sort of stuff. But it's a ridiculously inexpensive fee when you look at it on a weekly basis. It's less than $150 for 6 months of training. And less than that if you're doing the half marathon and starting later. It's less than $100 for that. But there are other levels of training. If you're not in the Jacksonville area and you want to get coached by me, as Amanda said, that's what we call our customized training plans. And the cost is about the same right now as what the local training cost is. And but it incorporates all the stuff that you're doing, not just the local stuff, but you're not seeing me next to you during the runs. And then Jeff Galloway himself coaches. And so if somebody really wants to be coached by the absolute expert, Jeff Galloway does e-coaching, and you can find information about that at jeffgalloway.com. And then, of course, we've got a lot of great programs available through our app. The app's available both on Apple phones, iPhones, and Android devices. So if people like that sort of thing and want to get into that, just download the app. The app is free to download, and then there are sort of what do they call that? Freemium. It's free, but then there are costs afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Options.
Right. Options.
Upgrade options.
And there's
the schedule is out there is free.
Yeah. And there is a Donna sort of tracked in the app. And that's linked out on the website too.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for showing up tonight and guiding our athletes on how to prepare for our February races and for running in life, right?
It's my absolute pleasure. As Amanda knows, she gives me way too much credit, but she came to me and wanted to train for a marathon on our local program, which she did. And then just a couple of years later, she was my co-director in the program. And then that was when the whole Donna idea came about. When Donna Deegan had the idea for the marathon, she was training in our program, and we worked together with her and with Jeff Galloway and with Edith Perez and with the amazing people in the city of Jacksonville to make that happen. And Amanda's analogy is very appropriate, that we're both the dog that caught the car that we were chasing.
Oh.
We were working different jobs. And then it was kind of like, boy, wouldn't it be great if we could really put, work doing where our heart is with this thing. And here we are. So it's not just a job, it's a passion for both of us. And I know that's the way you feel about what you do, Fitz. So thank you for the big part that you've been with the Donna for the last couple of years. And thanks for letting me talk about it a little bit today.
Of course. How fortunate are we all to be able to do such work with for so many wonderful people, right?
We are.
All right. Well, we're going to kick you out, Chris, because I know you have lots to do, but we can't wait to see you soon. Will you be at the Black Knight Donna Mother's Day 5K?
That is my intention.
Okay, good.
That is my intention. I have, I've got a lot of things going on in my life, including a son who is telling me he's getting married this week. So there's a chance that something along those lines might keep me from being there, but it would take something on that level to keep me away from this 5K. I love it and hope to be there.
Well, congratulations on the new addition to your family. Sounds like you're going to get. Of course. All right, Chris, have a great night, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi, Chris.
Well, he's adorable, isn't he?
He's been my work husband for, 20 years, truly. And he is a joy to work with. He's a great friend. He's served on the board of the 26.2 with Donna Foundation and now the Donna Foundation since its inception. Yeah. A big part of the DNA of who we are, that guy.
Yeah. One of the things I love most about working with you guys is everybody's really nice. And they mean it. That's nice, like genuinely nice.
Family. I mean, truly everyone that comes to run and that, fundraises and joins our team in any capacity at all, whether you're a donor, a fundraiser, a runner, a supporter, you're ringing a cowbell, you're just part of the family.
Yeah. Very, very special. So let's talk about our Mother's Day celebration. In fact, before we do that, can I show our video?
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't. I watched it.
Oh my gosh. Well, get your tissues. So yes, go for it.
I get my tissues, folks. Okay, so we're going to do the video, and then we're going to talk about the Mother's Day 5K, and we have a couple of giveaways. So stick around for prizes. Everybody loves prizes, right?
Yes.
Here we go.
She's amazing. She survived cancer.
And how does that make you feel?
Happy.
16-year survivor. I'm a streaker. I've done this every year. I do this so my daughter doesn't have to go through what I went through.
I am a survivor. I'm at 3.5 years remission. I was diagnosed at 15 weeks pregnant with my son, and we did our treatment plan, and I'm good, he's good, and I can't, it's the best way to celebrate.
You have some support.
That's my sister, the survivor. It's my mom. It was hard. I was in the military at the time when she was going through breast cancer, but now I'm thankful she's alive and running marathons.
We both lost our mom. My sister and I lost our mom to the same disease and their grandmother. So we all, as a family, support each other in this race. So I ran it with my sister this year.
I ran it for her.
And my niece who lost her grandmother. So we're so thankful for this race. I have to think that she's up there cheering us on, and she's up there saying, thank you, Donna, for letting my daughter be down here a while more and pass this word around that there's hope, that this cancer doesn't define you. It's a chapter. It's not the whole book.
Magic.
So that's why we do this,
Yeah.
right? Moms, I mean, it's just life is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I see stuff like that. I'm so grateful that Ginger doesn't have to do that stuff, right? That she's not running races in my honor. I'm so grateful for the cure and the care, and it's really important.
And at the Donna Foundation, as you know, and if our viewers don't know, we provide financial services and support for families living with breast cancer. We offer case management services, so connecting patients to the resources that they need, and then providing some grants to help pay their electric bill, pay a rent payment, things that are critical to ensuring your health outcome is a positive one. And of the families we serve, 1 in 3 of them are moms with a family at home. So, when we thought about, how do we want to, celebrate Mother's Day, it was important for us to really highlight the importance of moms and their role in our lives, and giving people an opportunity to celebrate all month long. It's our Celebrate Every Mom initiative. Reminding us all to be mindful of our health, doing your self-checks. We will have a mobile mammography unit at the 5K on Saturday, May the 13th, so you can get signed up for your mammograms. And really just being mindful of taking steps towards, a healthy lifestyle. That's what we're all about.
Yeah. Let's see. Jenny says, is it too late to start fundraising for the upcoming race? If not, what's the best way to get started?
It is absolutely not too late, Miss Jenny, who just ran the bridges downtown. If you go to the donnafoundation.org, you'll see our Celebrate Every Mom initiative right there front and center. And you can register for the event. Registration's still open, and it's super duper easy to opt into the fundraising at that point. We are, of course, raising funds for the critical programs of the Donna Foundation. And we have an amazing member of our board of directors. Her name is Janice Cobb, and she has issued a matching gift challenge. So right now, every $1 you raise is $2. Every $10 you raise is $20. Every $100 you donate is $200. So we're tracking that challenge for the next $2,500. And so, yeah, double your impact to the important work that we're doing by choosing to fundraise or make a gift.
Yeah. That's a really generous donation from her. That is really incredible. And then we have another great ad here. Andrea has to miss it, but she's registered virtually. So we could have people fundraising or at least participating individually all around the world.
This is true. Our virtual event is open, and it's actually open for participation during the whole period of our Celebrate Every Mom initiative. So we got started on April the 13th, and we'll run all the way through Mother's Day. So you could run your 5K virtually this weekend. Get registered, run this weekend. We have an app, so all that information is on the website as well. So it makes it super easy to capture your time so that the time gets submitted. But yes, the virtual race is underway.
And should they go to breastcancermarathon.com to register for this race?
The fastest way to get to it would be the donnafoundation.org.
Okay. And it's thedonnafoundation.org.
Thedonnafoundation.org. Mm-hmm. So this is the second event of our Fearless series. So if you were with us in February, that was race number 1. Doesn't matter what race you did in February, whether it was the 5K, the Donna Dash, the marathon, the ultra marathon, that counts as your sort of race number 1. The Black Knight Donna Mother's Day 5K is race number 2. And then we have another event in October. So we'll kick that up once we get finished with this one. But that'll be the third in the Fearless series. And if you do all 3, you earn a special medal, a Fearless medal.
Should we look at the medal for this upcoming
race?
So
should look at the medal. I'm so excited about this medal.
All right. Let's see. You can talk over this.
Oh my gosh. So the medal is our lotus flower, and the lotus flower has really special meaning in this event. But what's great about and I'm going to talk about the lotus flower in a second. but the medal itself is a locket. So think about your old school, locket where you put, a picture of your mom, a picture of your kid, anyone that you might want to honor. You can put a photo in the medal locket. How awesome is that?
That was really very clever. Look at that. All right.
See?
Oh, and it's a nice little race hug picture. So you could get a picture hugging Donna and then put it in there.
You could. And she will be there. Absolutely. Giving finish line hugs all day.
I was just going to say she gives great hugs. It's one of her specialties, right?
Does give great hugs.
Yeah.
But the lotus flower design, which you'll see across all of the material for this event, is it was a concept of a breast cancer survivor that I had coffee with as we were coming kind of at the inception of this event. And I asked her, I said, Leah, is there a symbol or something that motivated you through your breast cancer treatment? And her answer to me was the lotus flower, because it's something so beautiful that grows out of like literal muck. And I'm like, oh, that is such truth. As difficult and awful as a breast cancer diagnosis is, there are certainly beautiful things that can grow from it.
Absolutely. Out of the muck.
And
I feel like I'm out of the muck. Thanks. So get out of that muck. So we've got beautiful medals. We have fundraising opportunities. It's May 13th. Let's get into some race details.
Okay, sure.
So where and where's pickup and what time?
Yes. So this event is in the Riverside area of Jacksonville. So this is the second year that we have had an event in the Riverside area. It's a beautiful historic district of the city of Jacksonville. This year, the start finish is literally a block from where it was last year. Our amazing title sponsor, Black Knight, is hosting us at their headquarters. So we have their beautiful campus as our start finish area. And so the course will be on Riverside Avenue, which means we can take in the river walk. So we've incorporated the actual river walk into this course this year. So you'll be running literally along the riverfront.
Nice.
Beautiful views, amazing course. And we're certainly thankful to Black Knight for hosting us this year. But still the same vibe of the Riverside Historic District as the host. Yeah.
And it's Saturday morning. So we're calling it the Mother's Day 5K, but it's Saturday. So you can still have that separate Mother's Day day.
That's right. Because brunch.
That's
right.
Brunch. We don't want to
that's not to say that you can't 5K and then go have an amazing brunch. In fact, we're going to have all sorts of amazing, supporters and vendors and fun things to do in our Athletes Village. It's presented by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And so we'll have, Cora out again to get us all stretched out. So call it your Mother's Day massage, even though they're doing much more technical things than certainly massage therapy. But we'll have, food, beverage. Our champion brands partners will be out there again with White Claw and of course water and our favorite chocolate milks. And we'll just have a fun time celebrating survivorship with one another. But most importantly, we will have the Buddy Bus. It is our mobile mammography unit from Baptist. And so definitely check out our event website or social media for the link to get your mammogram scheduled.
And so they have to book that in advance. They have to reserve a spot before they come. Is that correct?
Walk-ups will certainly be available, but it's easier if you coordinate with an appointment in advance, just so that they have everyone sort of scheduled an appropriate time. I submitted my mammogram appointment today. So I will lead by example, and I'm due for my mammogram. I went for my annual on Monday, and they gave me my order for my mammogram, and so it's time.
What's interesting is how many people say, "Oh, I don't want to get a mammogram and it hurts." And I've had like 75 of them at this point. They don't hurt. They're kind of weird for sure. You have to move your arms in some goofy positions, perhaps, but whatever saves your darn life. Go get your mammogram. And then of course, squeeze your stuff. When you're not doing the mammogram, feel your body, always look at your body. And if you find something weird, anything weird, report it.
That's
Not
right.
complicated.
That's right. I mean, there's no question that screening saves lives. So it is so important to go every single year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got Becky here, and she's going to be doing a virtual. Of course she is. Becky would never ditch on our race. And
Thanks, Becky.
I would like to take this opportunity to do a free race entry. Do you want to do
Oh,
it?
that's wonderful. Yes.
Okay, so this is our big giveaway trivia. And the way you'll answer it is by using the comments section wherever you are. And I'm going to preface this experience by letting you know that when the correct answer comes to me, I will say this is the correct answer. So on a rare occasion, I think Facebook flips it and someone will say, I answered that first. And I'm so sorry. I can only pick a winner as it comes to me. So that's the that's the caveat right there. So our question is, in what year was the Donna Foundation founded? And Becky says she would never miss it, ever. What year was the Donna Foundation founded?
Anybody know?
Is that right, Amanda?
Nope.
No.
Close.
What about that, Mercedes? Or
No,
no?
it's not it. We're celebrating a milestone anniversary this year in 2023.
And the giveaway is for a free race entry. I don't know if did I say that? It's for
You
the
did.
Donna. Okay, good. And you can have it virtually. So if you can't run
That's
it in
great.
person, you can have a virtual race entry. 2002
Almost.
in the year 200.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't there.
That's right. That's right, Warren. They are Googling.
Everyone's Googling like crazy.
Penny says 2000.
There we go. Yay.
Oh, she got it. And then right behind her, everybody started getting it right. Well,
Oh,
A
there
for
we go.
effort, ladies and gentlemen. 2003. That's Jenny Clark. So, Jenny, are you already registered for this race? Did she say she was registered?
I don't know if Jenny's registered or not, but we can hook her up with an entry and she can gift it to someone on her team or in her family. She can do with it what she likes. It's all good.
Okay. There you go. Well, this is going to be a gift for you, Jenny. You can share it and drag someone along, or maybe share it with someone across the country who would care about this cause and give them the opportunity to get involved. Oh, look at this. So kind.
Yay, Jenny. Yeah, but
All
we're
right.
celebrating 20 years. 20 years the Donna Foundation has been serving patients living with breast cancer. And over those years, we have served over 17,000 families.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's a lot of really important work, and we cannot do it without all of you. So thank you, everyone, for all of your love and support for our programs.
Yeah, we're talking about mothers and celebrating every mother's. Earlier, it struck that, when I was diagnosed, it became parenting with cancer became a thing, something I hadn't thought about. But then Ginger and Parker were obviously at the forefront of all of my decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I thought for sure I was a goner, I was bending over backwards trying to convince them that I would be fine. So there's this fine line you walk. I never took them to scary appointments. It was, how do I protect them from this while being honest? So, as a mom, cancer was way trickier as a mom than I'm guessing it would have been perhaps. But then the other person I really was concerned about was my mom, because nothing's worse than your child being sick. And it was also interesting to try to continuously convince her that I was okay. She lives 5 hours away in Fort Lauderdale. So I'd FaceTime her regularly to say, look, I'm okay. And sometimes she would say, you look like hell. I was like, no, you're supposed to think I look great. But yeah, it went twofold. It was my mom and my kids. And then these resources, I'm gainfully employed, I'm fully insured, but I actually did use a couple of resources. I had a nonprofit supplied 2 house cleanings during my treatment. And when my family was overwhelmed, doing everything they could to just kind of keep up with itself, they came in and they scrubbed my toilets and my bathtubs. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, it was, I felt like I had come up for air when that bathroom got scrubbed clean. So the service you're providing, whether someone is really in economic hardship or just need a little help. It's not the money thing. It's just the support. It goes a long way. And I can attest to that. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, and this is great. Jenny's just giving a little sidebar. I guess perhaps she said an error. Thank you for clarifying. So Saturday morning, what time does our race kick off?
So we will open up with packet pickup and registration at 6:30, assuming we still have entries available at that point in time. We sold out last year, so don't wait. Go ahead and get registered. Side note, this year, for the first time in a really long time, and the locals will love this, we do offer a packet pickup in advance at participating first place sports locations.
Okay.
So no matter where you are in the city of Jacksonville, and we're a big geography, right? If you're at the beach, you can pick up your packet at the beach. If you are in town, you can pick up your packet in San Marco. If you are out, kind of South Side, Mandarin area, packets will be available at the Bay Meadows location. So you can register and choose a first place sports location for advanced packet pickup up through, I believe it's Sunday, May the 7th. And then after that, you'll have to come race morning and stand in line and pick up your packet there.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So, and all of the information is on the donnafoundation.org. So if you think can't remember, just go there. Anyone who, if you have friends that are interested or friends that are registered and they didn't watch tonight's show, you can send them there. Actually, this show will remain live on our Facebook page. So you can watch us over and over and over all day, every day. Right, Amanda?
Oh, just on repeat. Just loop it. We're just so much fun. You just want to loop it.
Put it on repeat. All right. And we have one more thing we're going to give away. Oh, go on.
Oh, yeah. Do a giveaway. I was going to do one more logistical thing, but if you want to do a giveaway.
All right, let's do a giveaway. All right. We're going to give away, not that one. Sorry. One of my new books, Your Healthy Cancer Comeback, Sick to Strong. And this is a guidebook for cancer patients from diagnosis all the way on out to use exercise, nutrition, quality rest, and complementary care to rebuild your body, to slow the decline, rebuild your body, because cancer is tough. It's very difficult, but you can get back to healthy and vibrant and strong. And so this book, I have a paperback version up for grabs. And so, what should be our trivia question? I should have thought of that before. Who manned the finish line with me? We had a special celebrity guest at the finish line of our Donna 5K in Jaguar Stadium.
Yes.
Celebrity guest. Who would that have been at Jaguar Stadium? They're like, I don't know. Who was it? We actually had two celebrity guests, and I would take either answer. That's his name, right?
That is his name.
That's right. Congratulations, Mercedes. That's right. Jackson, the Jaguar. You get a copy of Your Healthy Cancer Comeback, Sick to Strong. So Mercedes, message me. I think we're connected on social media, and I'll get your address and send you a copy. But yes, look, here's another great suggestion. Donna, she is a celebrity. The other one that would have counted would have been Joan Benoit Samuelson. Yes. It's quite the celebrity.
Lots of VIP that come. But, that book, I just have to say, is so important, right? We know that exercise is a super great tool that you have as a breast cancer patient to help you through the process. And thankfully, studies are coming out now that's proving what we've known all along, right? That a healthy exercise program is important while you're going through treatment. I think a lot of healthcare providers over the years have really looked at it as a post-treatment type of thing. But now we're hearing overwhelmingly that this can be done effectively and safely throughout. There was a recent study, and I'll send you the link, Fitz. Cure Magazine interviewed me last week to get our reaction of it. And it's basically, they did a study on how to make this more effective for patients, whether you just give them the literature and send them on their way, or have their actual doctors kind of stepping them through the process. And clearly having the doctors be very involved in stepping the person through the process and, in effect, holding them accountable to the exercise is more effective. And I'm hoping that we'll see a lot more of our healthcare providers really adopting it, just as important as your chemo treatment, just as important as your radiation treatment, just as important as the medicines that you have to take, is making sure you're getting that walk from mailbox to mailbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple things there is, there actually is significant evidence, studies to prove that exercise, quality nutrition will make you more likely to reach remission, less likely to have a recurrence, improve the quality of your life, reduce your chances of infection, reduce your chances of depression. I mean, the actual evidence is clear. But, sometimes when someone gets sick, we say, rest, you got to rest. And sure, there's times where rest is, the golden rule for the moment. But, as you rest and only rest, your muscles atrophy, your muscles become stiff. No one ever says, hey, my back is stiff. It means it in a good way. So you lose mobility, you lose balance, and falling down is a really bad thing too. So you got to fight to maintain your stamina, your strength, your flexibility, your balance. The food you put in your body, it's not just about being skinny or big, right? It's about being resilient. And can your nutrition make you less likely to have infections? Yeah. Can it make you less likely to get a common cold, which is compounded on top of chemo radiation? Woo, makes it a very uncommon cold. So yeah, it's really important stuff. And I am thrilled because oncologists are now buying it in bulk. And I just left the Oncology Nurse Society Congress in San Antonio, and they all say, we tell our patients to exercise, we tell them to eat right, but we don't know how to give them the clear-cut guidance on how to do that. So I made it, and it's doing great.
I'm so proud of you, and it's so important. Thank you for doing it.
Of course, we all got to work together to help these people, right?
That's right.
Us people.
That's right.
All right, Amanda, is there anything you would like to add? You did say there was one more logistic.
Yeah, just one more logistical thing for everybody to be aware of. There is plenty of parking at our friends, the Black Knight corporate headquarters in the F&F parking garage. So those details, of course, will come out in all of your literature, but there will be a pass. So we'll be sending everybody a pass to throw in your windshield. That way the arm stays up and you just roll right in for your parking race morning. We'll email you that pass like 400 times before the race morning, and it'll be on social media and on the website and everything else. But just know that you need a parking pass to make things easy for you on race day.
And what time do I yell go, Amanda?
8 o'clock.
8 a.m. So
8 a.m.
Please invite your friends, get a big group. This is about us having a great experience and getting some exercise and so forth. But this is about raising funds for a really important cause. So the more registrants we have, the more likely we are to be able to help a whole bunch of people. So you got a big hello there.
Hi, Lee.
Gather everybody, your colleagues, your classmates, your neighbors, your enemies, because boy, can you make some friendships on a course, right? You can resolve things between point A and point B if you bring your enemy.
Right.
Great way to solve problems. You're the queen, you and Donna. I love you both. Thank you so much for all your work to make this organization so powerful. It means a lot.
You are welcome. And thanks for being a part of the family, Miss Fitz.
It's my pleasure.
And all of you.
That's right.
Wouldn't be here without everybody listening.
That's right. All right. So we're going to giddy up, get on, register, fundraise, and we will see you in Jacksonville Beach on May 13th.
You will.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye, Amanda. And then
goodbye, Amanda.
Goodbye.